meet you here. During today's short lecture, I will briefly explain to you about a very important part of our body, which is the blood. Blood plays an essential role in maintaining our normal life. Without blood, people cannot survive. So let's have a look at the function of blood and where does the blood come from. The blood is continuously pumped out by the heart. So our heart is a central organ which continuously contract and pump out the blood through the arteries, which is a blood vessel, and then deliver the blood to every part of your body tissues to provide energy. So what does blood do to the body? The first function of the blood is to carry the oxygen. Every body tissue, every part of your body needs oxygen to maintain its life. Oxygen is extremely important. You have to breathe in air every day and you need oxygen every minute and every second. Now, same with your body tissue, your skin, your hand, your leg, your internal organs, your brain, your muscle, your bone. All parts of your body need oxygen to survive. If certain area of your body cannot receive enough oxygen, it will be damaged. So oxygen has to be carried by the blood to be sent to different body tissues. And oxygen is gained through the air that you breathe in. When you breathe in the air, the oxygen will then be retained by your lung. And then from your lung, the oxygen will then be further absorbed into the blood and then will be sent to the heart. And then from the heart, the blood contains rich oxygen will be further transported through your arteries to rest of your body. Secondly, blood carries the nutrients. Where the nutrients come from? Nutrients include all different types. Nutrients come from the food that you consume. These nutrients could include carbohydrate, sugar, fat, proteins. Now, these different types of nutrients come from all types of food that you consume every day. After we consume the nutrients needs to be firstly digested by our gastrointestinal system. So the food will need to be broken down into smaller pieces. And then the nutrients also will be metabolized mainly by your liver as well, and then will be metabolized into smaller components. And then the nutrients, after it reaches the small intestine, it will then be further absorbed into your bloodstream from the intestine, and only when the nutrients is absorbed in the blood, it can be then further delivered to rest of your body tissues to provide energy. So it's important. Blood carries nutrients, blood carries oxygen. They're very, very important to maintain the life of the body tissue. The third function is that blood also transports waste products. These waste products will come from the nutrients that you consume. Because all these nutrients that you consume will be first digested and then will be metabolized in your body. So when it is metabolized, they will produce some waste products which are not needed by your body. And these waste products actually will be transported by the blood, and then the kidney will then filter these waste products and then will flush it out through the urine and then eliminate from your body. So blood actually carries all these things. Secondly, we're going to have a look at the component of the blood. Components of the blood. Now, to be able to take effect, there are different types of blood cells. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the red blood cell. red blood cell mainly helps to carry the oxygen, to deliver the oxygen. So red blood cell. There is one important part in the red blood cell which is called the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin in short term is Hb. So hemoglobin is a very important component of the red blood cell, which can bind to the oxygen, and then deliver the oxygen to the body tissues. So if you feel unwell or short of breath, you go to the hospital. A doctor will put a probe onto your finger to test your oxygen saturation. This probe is called oximetry, and the normal saturation of oxygen should be above 95%. So saturation of oxygen should be equal or above 95%. Now, what is saturation of oxygen? Oxygen saturation means the percentage of oxygen which is attached to the hemoglobin. So if the saturation is low, that means not enough oxygen is bound by the hemoglobin. So could be the less amount of hemoglobin to carry the oxygen. So this one, red blood cell. The second component of the blood is a white blood cell. White blood cell is our immunity cell. So it's in the blood. White blood cell helps us to fight against the infection. We know that in the environment there are a lot of microorganisms, and some microorganisms, when they invade into your body, into the blood, it can be harmful for the body organs and tissues. Now, white blood cells help your body to get rid of these microorganisms which are harmful and help your body to fight against the infection. These microorganisms which are harmful, we call them the pathogens. Pathogens could include virus, bacteria, fungi. Now these pathogens, if they travel into your body, it can attack your body tissue, make you feel sick. So white blood cells kill them, get rid of them, and protect the body. There are all different types of white blood cells, but in here we're going to talk about two main types. One is called the neutrophil. Another one is a lymphocyte. Neutrophil and lymphocytes. Neutrophil account for a large percentage of the white blood cell. It actually directly kills the invaded pathogens. Now, lymphocytes can be divided into T cell and B cell. T cell and B cell. Now, T cell helps to directly attack and catch the pathogen, and then B cell will help to produce antibodies which can attach to the antigen on the pathogen and then further kill it. So, but both these lymphocytes helps to eliminate the pathogen, the bacteria or the virus that attack to your body. Now the third component is the platelets. Platelets helps the blood to form the clot. We know that if we don't have platelets in the body, when we bleed, we will continuously bleed and never stop. But platelets helps the blood to help the blood cells to stick together and form a clot. So when you have an injury, the platelets will be accumulated in that injured site and then stop the bleeding, form the blood clots. So platelets plays really important role in preventing bleeding and healing the injury. The last part is the plasma. Plasma is another component of blood. Plasma is mainly made of the water, so 90% of plasma is water. Actually, plasma in your blood helps to carry all different things, carry the nutrients, the proteins, carry the all the other blood cells, carry the hormones, which maintains all different functions of the body. So if you want to keep healthy, you need to continuously drink water, drink enough water. The water will dilute your blood and then will help the blood to flush out the toxins, the waste products from your body, to clean your body, and you will pass more urine and you will get rid of those waste, those toxins from your blood. So remember to keep healthy, always drink water, because blood plays an important role and you want your blood to be clean all the time. And also, when you eat the food, always eat the clean food. Maintain good hygiene. So I really hope this little lecture could help you have a basic understanding about the function and components of the blood. Now later on we're going to talk the knowledge in detail. Thank you everyone.